I want to take a moment and do a slightly deeper dive into the depth and meaning behind being an empath. There are two takes on what an empath is. There's what I consider the superficial version, the light version, which is we're sensitive, we feel emotions, we can read BS, we attract the narcissist. And then there's what I call the conscious empath. And that is really when somebody fully embodies what it means to be an empath. There is great depth, there is great awareness in regards to the human condition, the way we interact with each other, the depth of emotional intelligence, a level of connectivity to the spirit, authenticity. And one thing that brings those two different realms together is the concept of searching for understanding. If you're a true empath, you will minimize your level of judgment. And when you minimize your level of judgment, it removes hate. It removes all of the forms that we inflict hate: racism, sexism, misogyny, xenophobia, homophobia. If you find that you are any of those things, then maybe you've got to look deeper and ask yourself, well, am I truly an empath? Or do I just have certain empath traits? And I like to go to the depth and the root of what it means to be an empath. That is my message. I'm trying to truly promote a high level of understanding of why we are here as humans. I believe we are spirits having a human experience. And if we are humans having a human experience, there is such a vast comprehension of what it means. And in a previous reel, I talked about non-judgment in terms of criticizing, condemning people. There's a difference between condemning somebody and simply having a different opinion, a different philosophy, different core values. There is nothing wrong with those differences. In fact, I encourage those differences. It's what makes us humans. It's our uniqueness. The challenge happens when somebody who claims to be an empath, is blinded by social biases. That can be also political, religious persuasions. The minute you find yourself imposing or inflicting your philosophy upon somebody else, maybe you're not a true empath, because again, the empath is in search of understanding. And if I'm looking for understanding, maybe I don't agree with you, but in search of understanding, I'm offering a level of respect. I'm honoring you because I'm embracing you for your difference. And the minute I start to impose my philosophy, I'm no longer an empath. I'm now a controller and a manipulator. And by default, the empath does not do those things. The empath does not control and does not manipulate. A true empath lives in a realm of higher consciousness. And so again, if you find yourself condemning people, maybe it's time to really go inward and ask yourself, am I in a position to judge and condemn somebody? Because the chances are, as a human, I'm filled with fallacies myself. And so there's a level of shame on me for condemning you because your sins are different than mine. Now, I'm going to admit to my own level of hypocrisy here. There are times I condemn and judge people. And I'm aware of it. Where I draw the line is if you inflict hate, harm, you degrade and undermine somebody, you dehumanize somebody, that's where I do put on my judgment hat and I will condemn you. But if it's just because our philosophical opinions, beliefs, and persuasions are different, then as the empath that I like to think that I am, I look at it this way. You believe that oranges are healthier than apples, and I'm convinced that apples are healthier than oranges. And I'm going to accept the fact that you prefer oranges. And I'm not going to impose and make you eat apples because I think apples are better than oranges. You eat your oranges happily over there, and I'll eat my apples happily over here. And by the way, just in case you didn't catch it, apples and oranges, cliche comparison, but it also can represent religious persuasions, non-religious persuasions, political persuasions, philosophical persuasions, economic persuasions, geographical persuasions. But it's just a metaphor and an analogy to help you understand. If you want to honor and truly become an empath, there's an empowered empath. That means you're aware of the narcissist and you put up boundaries. Level 1. The next level is to remove judgment and condemnation. And that is ultimately the core of my messaging on this platform. As a Sigma empath, I do not allow anybody to impose on me, and I do the best that I possibly can to not impose on other people. Do I share and promote my philosophy? Yes. If you don't embrace it, that's fine. Stay calm, carry on, keep scrolling. But I will not come and hunt you down and punch you in the face because you don't subscribe to what I said. Will I have disagreements and defend my stance if you disagree with me publicly? Absolutely. Healthy debate is healthy. But being what I consider narrow-minded, and here's another level of hypocrisy on my part, how narrow-minded of me to find you narrow-minded. That's the level and depth and confusion of becoming a conscious empath. You are continually searching for understanding, continually self-evaluating. Is what I'm doing now right? In terms of the universal moral code, is it right what I'm doing now? And the only objective that I can have is to become a better human being tomorrow through self-awareness and also external awareness of how the way I act, the way how I communicate, my energy, my intentions impact my external world, aka emotional intelligence. So please, if you can, go out there and start tapping into the true essence of being an empath, filled with kindness, morality, honor, dignity, respect for others, open-mindedness, and of course, what embraces it all and brings it together is love, followed by aligning with your authentic self. Now, when I say the authentic self, that isn't the indoctrinated, programmed version of you where you were told how to behave and what to think. Authenticity, why it's the highest form of vibration, is because authenticity means you are in complete, total alignment, void of what was imposed on you. And then therefore, why would you impose on others and take them out of their authentic alignment? Go out there, strive to be a conscious empath, and create beautiful ripple effects, because the world is crying, in desperate need of empathy, in desperate need of your light. Thanks for listening.